What is going on, guys? Today is not about the gameplay. Not this video, at least. We're here to talk about Sim again. I know, it's been crazy. I've been really pushing it into you guys. But I think that a lot of people have converted over. Or not fully converted, but have been playing more Sim because of the videos I've been making. And I'm happy for that. That's a step in the right direction. But we need to make a clear thing here. Sorry, I stopped real quick. My screen just went black. It made no sense to me. It's Adobe out here trying to ruin my day. But I said to play heavy tanks on certain maps if you really knew what you were doing. We played this event, which is the mid-tier event. This is the Tiger E event, Panther event, Tiger 2P event. And it seems that a lot of people like playing their heavy tanks in this event. If you take a look at our team list there, the only people that aren't in heavy tanks is G Squad and one Panther guy. That is half the team in heavy tanks. I think it's 5 people actually in heavy tanks. 1 spawn tanks, right? So if they die without getting a kill or 2 to trade their existence, we're down. And it happened like this every single game. So what I want to make a video about, what I want to talk about today is, you see the jump cut there, because there wasn't much that happened in the span of the airtime. I think I bombed one guy, and I spawned in the ground and got a kill and then died going back. I'm the only tank left here. Julik and Lordy killed people, but we can't do it all. You know, as much as you guys think that we're insanely good at Sim, I'd like to think they are. They can't win a game. 3 of us can't win a game when it's 8v8. It's very tough to do that. And it really shows the weakness of the heavy tanks in these events when people don't play them properly. I would say you need hours on hours of Sim experience to play a heavy tank in Sim. Now, I understand that the Tiger is iconic and people want to play it, but if you guys want success, and if you want to help your team out and not make them rage at you, I think just taking out a Panther for this event is way better. And it doesn't just go for this event, but German teams in particular love their heavy tanks, but they don't understand that one spawn for a heavy tank in Sim is a huge setback. I mean, enormous. We lose games because of it. Like, you actually will lose games because of it. And it's not funny. And when you see me press tab and stuff, you can go pause the video if you want. Most of the people who played Tigers didn't bring planes in. So, not only are they hurting the team by playing one spawn tanks, they're not bringing planes in for when they die in their one spawn tanks to even try to bomb anything. So they're completely here for one spawn. And again, it's not ragging on the guys who it's not ragging on them for their skill, because I don't know, they could be good players, but it's not working. It didn't help us. It doesn't help us win games when people do that. And it really has been driving us mad. So here we go. Second game, we decided to switch over to the Russians because we couldn't take all the heavy tanks. You'll notice there's a squad on the enemy team, a 4-man squad. Take a guess at what they're all in. What'd you guess? You guessed Tigers? Yes, they're in Tiger 2Ps. The entire squad. So, yeah, you might think, well, that's pretty OP if they move together. No, it's not. It's not. Tiger 2Ps are not as strong as you would think, especially when you play against decent Sim players. Especially this Charioteer here will eat a Tiger 2 for breakfast. My T-44 122 will eat a Tiger 2 for breakfast, and so will a T-44, especially a T-44. And the funny thing is, I don't do much this game, but I had good footage of what actually happened, and I saw it coming. So I push in here in the middle like I usually would. This tank has a long-ass reload. I'm in the T-44 122. Extremely long reload on this thing. I accidentally shot right before a gunfight, which got me killed. Now, it might sound like it was a mistake, but I was trying to drop Arty, and I just kept spam clicking it because I already had my Arty up. You'll see it. And it made me shoot. So I get pushed by 4 Tiger 2Ps. But I knew I was holding them off. The only reason I was in the same spot not moving was because Lordy was flanking them. So what happens in this game, which you will see, but you won't see it in depth, so I figured I'd explain the situation, is Lordy pushes around. On his way around, he kills a Panther, one of the only 2 spawn tanks in the game. He gets around them. I die. But after I die, him and Julik kill 4 Tiger 2s. And that makes up a majority of the enemy team. And the funny thing about that is, so all those guys brought Tiger 2s. They're all in a squad. What would you think they'd do? You know, especially a squadron. When you see a squadron of 4 people in the enemy team, you'd expect them to be competent. You expect them to be, something to fear. So not only did they all get mopped up because they're in heavy tanks and they can't spawn again on the ground, they don't even bring out planes. They all died and left. That was it. So, it just goes back to the point where if you play Sim, and I want more people to play Sim, but I don't want this. Sim has a learning curve, and I know maybe you're not the best pilot, and you might think it's not doing anything for you, but just try it. Try to fly with mouse aim. Try to get it done. With my controls, I somehow figure out how to kill people. I got an ace the other day in the 109. I somehow do it. So if you just continue to fly planes, you'll get better at it. And that's the same thing with Sim. So what I tell you guys, if you're going to come into Sim, and you're going to be a new player, and you want to play your German tanks, just play the Panther with 2 spawns. It's way better than the Tiger. Play the Panther, get your 2 spawns, and bring a plane in. And it'll be a beautiful day. I really hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm frustrated because this happens far too often that we notice. Very few games are pretty equal. And the heavy tank has a spot in Sim. It does, but not in this event. Heavy tanks like the mouse are feared in Sim. The 7.7 event is a very scary place to get caught when you fight a mouse, especially as the Russians. You only have the Russians. The only thing that can pen the mouse is the 906, and reliably. And it causes a scary situation. And I think that's how heavy tanks should be. The 7.0 event, the IS-6 is scary to face. The 7.0 event, the Jagdtiger is scary to face. And these are the 1-spawn tanks that are needed and wanted in War Thunder. But these lower tier events, they're not worth it. Excuse me. They're not worth it as much as you guys would think. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you watch the rest of this and see the positioning of the enemy team and what really happens to them. And it is absolutely insane how fast they get mopped up. And I hope this is just a learning lesson. If you guys are guilty of taking heavy tanks into Sim and dying and leaving, don't do it no more, please. Please, don't do it. Don't do it for me. This will help you guys get better at Sim, trust me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I see a light in your eyes. I follow you so damn foolishly. You'd be the sweetest goodbye. Give me a heart trip exclusively. Take one step like this song in my head. It makes sense if you jump in my bed. I see the truth in your smile. I gotta swim to the Isle of You. We don't wanna spend this night alone. Messed up, I'm gonna walk you home. You'd feel the gravity of my heart.